Hello friends, welcome. This is Prasanna Jangam. Welcome to Political Baba. My name is I'm a political commentator, and my name is Prasanna Jangam. I'm a political commentator and Congress Party worker. Today I'm going to be answering a question, which is: do people pity or show sympathy towards the BJP and elect them? Is it winning? Is it one of the winning causes for the BJP? So the answer is it is a definite possibility. For example, whenever the name or the word Hindu surfaces online, obviously the first thing is image-wise speaking. First thing that strikes our mind is there is this threat that is impending the Hindu community, and luckily for us, out of the 1.5 or less than that, or around that number, 1.5 billion or around that number of population of the world Hindu community, 1 billion lives in one country, or more than 1 billion of them lives in one country, that is India. And India is a country which is a superpower, nuclear armed superpower. It is a nuclear state with great firepower, with great standing army, second largest standing army, I think, with good paramilitary, with great paramilitary and police forces. So obviously, it is not some and when we think of Hinduism being under attack, obviously the attacks we can think of are obviously are physical attacks or the economical attacks. Economical attacks, no country is going to attack us. It's almost an impossibility to attack us and make us really go around people asking them for help to get some food for us for onto our tables and plates. That's not a possibility. Almost it is an impossible thing, because we are a nation, we are a country situated in a way that we do not need any other aid or support from outside to survive. So we are blessed with minerals, resources in the country. So we almost grow almost every kind of crop. And today, after, though we're not like many other countries, we're not the ones to initiate the innovative creations of technology or AI or coding and so on. But at the same time, we are also one of those countries who have learned to code for ourselves, who have learned to build things using the technology as well for ourselves. So what that tells us is we're almost independent of any other country. So there's not when it comes to that matter. So we're not a country who are dependent on people. So nobody is going to restrict our trade, restrict us from using certain things, obviously at the core level, and make us really feel bad and get into a bad shape. So that's not a possibility almost. And at the same time, there's another attack, that is physical attack. Obviously there's a country that really wants to attack us, the Hindus in the country, though that means attack on any other community in the country. So if someone's attacking India, that they are definitely in a place where they thought they will be keeping India in. So like I've said, we are a superpower, we are a nuclear state, so that's almost an impossibility. That's not a possibility, to be honest. So this is not a country who's marching onto our land and really, or from any means possible, that they are trying to attack us or attack the Hindus of the country and make many Hindus scattered, make destroy lives, destroy wealth, destroy landscapes and so on. So that's not a possibility. So but one thing is for real. I've spoken about it in another video, which was titled something like this: is fear the thing that is winning, or is a weird fear winning elections for the BJP and Modi? So I've explained a bit. I've explained in detail about that topic, where I've addressed on, where I've spoken on Hindu philosophy being the weight that is on the community of Hinduism in the country, that is the beaten down feeling apologetically against the Islamic community, against the Christian community. that is widespread in the country, or that is something that a lot of people know. Because 20 years ago from now, or around that time, there was this apologetic work, a huge, following, fan following, and people's inclination and excitement that one community is beating up another community. Though Hinduism is an under-extracted religion, overall speaking, I'm an apologist. I'm a Christian apologist myself, so I'm a debater myself, so I'm an author myself, so I do this defending thing. So there's a religion, if someone believes in something to be true, or if he wants to defend that, apologetics means, it comes from a Greek word apologia, which means, apologia means to give a defense, or to give an answer to the questions against what you believe in. So if you believe in something, someone walks up to you and asks you some questions about what you believe and why you believe it to be true, or why you believe it. So, and when you go ahead and give a defense of it, that's called apologetics. So, Hindu, 2 decades ago or around that time from now, people were really engaged in debating religions. Apologetics have different wings to it. One of them is comparative religions, or inviting other religions, or debating other religions, comparing other religions' materials with them, and getting them to a concrete objective truth, and comparing them both, and obviously showing one to be 100% truth. Though one may be 99.9% true, that doesn't make it 100% truth. And what's not 100% truth is not truth at all, and what's not truth at all, or less than 100% truth, leads, or that thing cannot lead one to eternal redemption. It's not going to lead one on the enlightened path and its destiny. It's not going to be able to deliver one onto the moksha path. So it is a fact. I'm an apologist myself, so what I've noticed is Hinduism has a beaten down feeling philosophically. Yes, it is an under-extracted religion. If someone steps up onto the scene, and if he is able to extract what I've extracted, or gets it to the scene and presents Hinduism in a better light, obviously, it's one thing is for sure, that Hinduism can be presented on an equal footing as of Islam. So because I'm an apologist, what I need to bring the best version of the other religion, and really, if I want to contradict it and present the better view of it, I should do it. And if there's a weak link, if I'm trying to really take advantage of it and stand on it, trample on it, make it feel worse for the people of that faith, and make people of that faith look like they've been completely beaten down, subjugated, and so on, that's not professional, that's not ethical, because apologetics is the highest and the highest of jobs in the entire world. If not, it is the toughest and the greatest job in the world. It is one of them. It is definitely up there, because to prepare one guy, one apologist, well-rounded apologist, it takes really good 20 years to 30 years. So it's that tough, it's vast. One needs to study tens and thousands of papers and papers and papers. One needs to synthesize it, crack it down, come up with the own conclusions, compare them, criticism, own thinking. There's a lot of things that go into it. But Hinduism has a beaten down feeling, because credit to Dr. Zakir Naik, and before him, the greats of the apologetics field like Ahmed Deedat, Sheikh Ahmed Deedat, Jamal Badawi, and currently in the Western world now it's the Shabbir Ali, the great Dr. Shabbir Ali, speaking about Islamic apologetics. So whenever today Hinduism word is spoken on a higher level, on a higher platform, heavier platform, bigger platform, platforms of power, obviously one thing that strikes our mind is this weird insecure fear, because translation of the scriptures like today have not been accessible to people like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 50 years ago, 100 years ago. And it was, though they might have been available today, even today not everyone is really inclined towards learning religious scriptures. Like a Christian is really well versed with the basic doctrines of their own faith, because they go to church, they're Christians, Sundays they go to church, and mostly they get to listen to preachings and sermons from their own Bibles in their own languages, and they're getting them broken down and really fed, broken down and really explained. That's not a reality yet to the Hindu community today. One walks into the temple, the priest is really speaking out blessings in the Sanskrit language, and not everyone is aware of it. Not everyone's aware of the literature of Hindu philosophy. So that is where we are at. So hopefully down the road in the coming days, people get to know about religious scriptures, and obviously the fear of this big thing that one need to immerse themselves into it completely to even start that journey of reading it. So people are, when people are out of it, obviously they get to know about their own religious things better than now. So because it is a sensitive thing, it is associated with their own identity. This is the Hindu land, this is the land of the Hindus, this is the land of the Hindu temples, this is the land of the Hindu traditions, this is the birthplace of Sri Ramchandra ji, this is the birthplace of Hindu religion, or this is where it all began, this is where the Hindu religion and worldview rooted out into the other parts of the world, reached out from here into the world. So obviously it is not just a set of rules that they believe in, it is who they are, at least to some, I think. So when that is attacked and they've got no answers, and at the same time they got no time and energy and the resources to really commit their lives to that, and commit 20-30 years of their life and really study and come ahead and really present their religion to the rest of the world, that's not a possibility either. So that's where we are at. And Islam has been really heavy on the Hindu community, and the beaten down feeling is real. And whoever it is, just because Modi ji, image wise speaking, just because Modi ji and the BJP speaks about Hinduism a bit here and there, doesn't mean whenever they say the word Hindu, or image wise at least speaking, whenever the essence of Hinduism is really brought on the political stage, is the thing that is noticed. The fear that is instilled in the minds of the Hindus, at least for some of them, or the image that I get whenever I hear about the word Hindu and the topic about Hinduism, image Hinduism, by big politicians, is this weird fear, not fear, but insecurity, fear that they've been beaten and they got no answers. It's like they're waiting for the right answers, or they're not completely there yet and they've been beaten, and all of a sudden there's this guy who's speaking about Hinduism. The first thing that strikes our mind is this insecurity fear, and obvious, that's one thing. And the second thing is, because Modi ji is speaking about it, though a normal karyakarta, a normal party worker, or a remote village's citizen is feeling really bad about it, one may feel the weight of it, and when that happens, one may think that, how about the big guy who's on the big stage, who's got all eyes on him, and he's speaking about that Hinduism, and at the same time he's not a guru himself, he's a politician, or he's a CEO, or he's a manager, or he's whoever it may be. He's got no answers too, but at the same time he's bringing that thing onto the surface, and now we have to deal with that. But at the same time he's also dealing with that weird insecurity fear, and the weight of it more than the normal guy, because a normal guy, when one is beaten, is not the one where people go to whom people go and ask about his feelings or the answers about his faith being beaten down. But the bigger guy, but the one who's famous, the one people look up to, people are watching constantly, is the guy who attracts all the scrutiny, all the attention, all the criticism. And if he's got no answers, obviously he feels more weird fear of that kind than the normal guy. So people may think that, let's say if Gandhi Sarkar steps in, if Gandhi Sarkar 1.0 is installed in 2024, a couple of months or few months from now, and Gandhiji has become the Prime Minister of the country, and let's say because there is this new zeal in all the religious communities that okay, we need to preach our religion better and to the people, take our message to the masses, and obviously make our religion one of the best religions out there to go pursue and follow, so that they are on the right path and on the path of moksha, enlightenment, eternal life, and so on. So, and still after Gandhi Sarkar has come into the power, and obviously they still beaten. These things happen again, these debates happen again, and Hinduism is still the under extracted religion. No added weight is a reality then too, and obviously they are beaten down again. People may think that okay, though Gandhiji is from the Brahmin community, though Gandhiji is a Pandit himself, a Kashmiri Pandit, one of the Brahmin sects, I think. He's from one of the Brahmin sects, I think, and obviously big Brahmins were the community that have been given the custodianship or of the temple traditions, of the religious rituals, of keeping the teachings of the Hindu faith alive, and also the literature, the literal physical manuscripts, the books, the literature have been handed down to them, and they were consecrated to take this message to the whole world, preserve it, hand it down to the next generations, keep the faith alive. And he comes from that community more than the top leadership of the BJP too. So and at the same time, I don't think because one is from the community that were the custodians of the Hindu literature and so on, the Hindu teachings and so on, doesn't make that person the bigger Hindu, bigger faith following person than the other person. So, but one may think that though Gandhiji is from a Brahmin background, he never spoke about Hinduism, and it doesn't mean just because Hinduism is spoken or surfaced image wise whenever BJP is seen on the scene, that doesn't mean they were saying to people of India that we're going to build good 2000 schools of Vedic thought, Vedic philosophy. We're going to bring in tens and thousands of students from across the country, and we're going to teach them like an undergrad course, like a grad course for 4 years, 5 years, and train them in Hindu philosophy. Build each school, each college, each university with 1,000-2,000 crore budget. Spend 30,000, 50,000 crores of rupees on just infrastructure and so on, and just to take care of the students and release them into the world, so that the Hindu philosophy is preached to the world in its might, in its heaviness of its philosophy's heaviness. So that did not happen, and that is not what they meant. Obviously, we may think that way because of the fear that is prevalent. This is the weird beaten down feeling that is there, and whenever one on a higher stage speaks of Hinduism, first thing that strikes our mind is that. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that unless one says so, at least unless one does so. Neither of them happen from what I know. But one may think that because this happened, let's say this happens, and there's a legitimate possibility that one may think that okay, back in the day there was a day, just like today people are saying give us the bad days of the Congress, of the Manmohan Singh ji, that we may get the cylinders for 400, we may get the jobs, we may get employed, we may get MSP for the farmers, we may get subsidized urea and stuff, so that there are less unemployed, less low earning people, and less suicides. So if that is true, and it is a possibility that people may think that because there was a guy who was speaking about Hinduism, though he might not meant it, but at the same time the fear was real. Because though a normal person, normal Hindu can feel it, obviously one on the top, one with the power, one with exposure to administration, one who has lived in power obviously for some time, and obviously run the system, run the governments, and ran administration, ran people here and there. So obviously he might know what it is, what's up with that thing. So obviously one being a common person feels a lot, and one on the higher platforms obviously feels a lot more criticism and a beaten down feeling, and not shame, but not even disgrace, but this weird beaten down feeling. So that guy may have felt it more, and obviously maybe though there are less jobs created by the BJP, by the upcoming, for example, by the upcoming Congress government or the India alliance, let's say. But at the same time, this weird fear is not something we can live with, and there's this guilt feeling and this pity towards this party that okay, they were speaking about Hinduism. At least if they were in power still, obviously this might not have happened. We might have not gotten this beaten feeling way more heavier than the past. So maybe we should have voted for the BJP. People may think this way too. So this is a possibility. So the question is, do people pity the BJP for this and vote them? Maybe people, there may be some people that may think that way too, if that happens. But at the same time, Gandhiji is a Hindu too, so that doesn't make, and some people say he's a Christian, he's a Roman Catholic, and some people say he's not a Hindu. We're not aware of the reality of that, but as far as I know, at least he comes from that community who were the custodians. Now, if not literally, he were one of that. His ancestors were one of them, one of the members, or one among the community. Were one among the community that were handed down the scriptures, the custodianship of the Hindu philosophy and its traditions. So that doesn't make Gandhiji the bigger Hindu, or just because the word Hindu is used anywhere, or at least image wise, that doesn't mean they are speaking about taking the Hindu philosophy to the entire world. So speaking about the question, yes, people may think it is a possibility. People may pity, or people may have not pity literally, but have this soft corner feeling for the BJP, that they are taking hits psychologically, they feel the beaten down feelings, like philosophically, of their religion way more than people, way more than common citizen. That's a possibility. People may think that maybe if the heavier beating happens in the future, obviously we may regret, we may feel, we may be guilty of it too. So some of the people may think that way and can vote BJP too. So, and that doesn't and at the same time, Gandhiji does not speak about Hindu propaganda, Hindu preaching, Hindu philosophy. That doesn't make him less Hindu too. So that's the answer to this question. So I really hope you've learned something new today. Thank you for watching this video. If you are new here, and if you aren't a subscriber of Political Baba yet, make sure you do that. Please click on the bell icon and get, so that you get notified whenever I post a new thing. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate your time here. I'll see you all again, friends.